Leo kidogo Matiang'I, Senator Onyonka ambaye ako hapa, senators wale wengine ambaye wako hapa, wale wa kuchaguliwa na wale walikuweko, magavana najua wengi watakuja walikuwa kama mimi, wajumbe wale mko ndani kwa jiko na wale ambaye walikuweko, MCAs ambaye wale wako ndani na wale ambaye wanakuja, na viongozi wengine wote. God is good and all the time.
God is good.
Mimi ni Waititu Babayao. Mimi nilianza na kuwa councillor, nikakuwa deputy mayor wa Nairobi, nikakuwa mjumbe wa Embakasi, nikakuwa assistant minister maji, mjumbe wa Kabete, nikakuwa governor ambaye nilinyoroshwa baada ya miaka 2. Hii maneno ya impeachment msicheze nayo. Ukiona mtu ambaye anakuwa impeached ni yule ambaye hatakikani na serikali. Hakuangi na makosa ingine, lakini lazima awekelewe makosa ndio atolewe kwa kiti. Kwa hivyo sisi ndio maveteran wa kuwa impeached. Hiyo ni kitu ambaye tumezoea, lakini kuwa impeached does not mean that you utasimama kiti. Hiyo ni misconception ambaye ya wale watu wanataka kupiga mtu kisiasa. Bora huja exhaust channels of appeal utasimama. Lakini ukipita Supreme Court ikatae appeal zako, sasa hapo ndio utakuwa na shida, lakini bado unaweza enda East African Court of Justice. Kama Sonko amepitia huko na amerudishwa tena, Sonko atasimama kama sisi. Mimi nitakuwa kwa kusimama, lazima nitasimama Mungu akinijalia, kwa sababu wananchi ndio wanachaguanga mtu, sio mtu yule, sio kiongozi. Mimi niko hapa Nairobi kusimama kama governor. Niliponea chupu last time. Hizi wakati hii vile mimi nachora, mimi naenda, mimi naona wananchi mambo iko sawa. Kwa hivyo asanteni sana viongozi wetu kwa kuungana. Mmetuonesha picha mzuri sana. Wananchi wetu leo watalala wakingorota, wakiota vizuri sana. Yule walikuwa juzi anasema ati wengine wanahara. Pahali yako saa hii mimi najua anaona simu yake, anaona WhatsApp anaona simu yake akiwa kwa choo. Yeye anahara saa hii kwa sababu akiona hii timu iko hapa anajua ako nyumbani. Kwa hivyo this is the government in waiting, na sisi tunataka muendelee tu hivyo. Mungu atujalie hata kabla ya 2027. Mimi naona hii jamaa atakuwa ameenda, Kasongo atakuwa nyumbani, ndio mchukue usukani. God bless you na thank you so much.
Thank you mheshimiwa. Sasa nitamuita kabla yeye, unajua sisi ni former MPs na kuna watu hapa wanataka kusimama kura ya ubunge, ya MCA, ya governor kama vile Babayao ametangaza. Simama tu muonekane, hata nyinyi mtafanya kitu. Si kweli? Simameni. Unaona hiyo timu hata ndio wengi kushinda wale. Makofi kwao. Ni wengi kushinda wale wako hapo wamechaguliwa. So asanteni sana. I think tunawatambua. I can see professor there na wengine. So nitauliza waheshimiwa wabunge, bila kufuata order of seniority, mkuja tu mbele one by one. Tunaweza kuanzia either huko mwisho ama huko, whichever. Nani anachagua kwanza? Wabunge. Nyinyi mnajua nyinyi wenyewe. The members of the National Assembly. Kuja mheshimiwa.
And I associate with a lot of the comments that you have made. For the few empty chairs that you see, Your Excellency, we'll get used to the new timings. Very quickly on a couple of items. On disbursements, as you have mentioned, we have 2 tranches of disbursements that are in arrears. There is about 15 billion for 23 counties relating to the month of December, and 33 billion thereabout for all the 47 counties relating to the month of January. I'm hoping that the CS Treasury will discuss that. On the budget policy statement, we have a detailed report which we will discuss. We are in support of the accrual system, but we will make our contribution on the substantive agenda. On the medium-term debt management strategy, we may not have a lot of input, but in a sense it concerns us because it affects the division of revenue. Debt management has always been a concern for counties because of the fact that debt is a first charge on the revenues that are to be shared. So it affects us, but we don't have a lot of say in it. We will want to hear Treasury strategy. On division of revenue, we're hoping that this year we'll have a less contentious process of agreeing on the division of revenue. And also, we're hoping that this year, the coming year, 25-26, we will be able to agree on the division of revenue and have the County Allocation of Revenue Act passed by 31st of May so that counties have time to also make their budgets by the end of June. That's what the law actually requires of us. And this ongoing year, you've seen the problems you've had. Of course, some of them were extraneous in the sense that they were unexpected. But we also are looking forward to the counties sharing in the benefits of the economy that is now looking up, Your Excellency, as you have told us. On County Allocation of Revenue Act, that will depend on the efficiency and effectiveness of that process that we have in agreeing on the DORA and how fast we can complete that. Your Excellency, the element in the room for the governors today really is the County Government's Additional Allocation Act for the year 24-25, which is yet to be passed. We have discussed the background and the issue of the Road Maintenance Levy Fund. We have proposals on the same, especially on the portion that does not relate to National Government Exchequer funds, the portion that relates to donor funds, because as you realize, we are now at the end of January. Starting February, Parliament is in recess. By the time, and the mediations had collapsed, so by the time they get back and Senate and the National Assembly agree on a mediated position, hopefully, there might not be much time to really implement those projects, and that's, we're talking of substantial amount of funding for development in the counties. So we're hoping that this meeting will agree on a way forward on that. There are matters to do with substantive agenda in terms of KIPES. We'll wait for the minister to present his position, and we will give our rejoinder based on the facts on the ground and based on the discussion that we had the other day. On issues to do with the unbundling, completion of the unbundling, I think we take notice of the Gazette notice that transferred functions, but we'll be discussing the funding for the same in the coming financial year as we agree on the division of revenue. Your Excellency, there are a couple of other resolutions of IBEC that had not been implemented. Issues to do with county headquarters for 5 counties. It's part of our agenda. There are MLF that I've actually talked of. Transfer of museum funds. The issue of fines and court fines for some of the counties. The matter of mineral royalties for counties that have earned but have not received the same. Shortfall in the funding of the Community Health Promoters Program. And again, underfunding of CAIPS vis-a-vis the status of completion. Last but not least, the recent storm that was raised by the issue of bursaries is also part of our agenda, because there are actually counties that have tried to disburse and have not been able to as a result of that circular. So we hope that we'll also have an agreement on that, which unlocks the funding for bursaries so that kids can go back to school. With those remarks, Your Excellency, I thank you all.
Thank you very much. I've been given some delegated power here. So thank you, Your Excellency. And we'll be co-chairing, as usual, with the Chair COG. Now, I think having listened to the opening remarks or preliminary remarks by the co-chairs, I would want us now to go back, go to the agenda and have the agenda adopted for discussion. That is the agenda of the 26th ordinary session of IBEC. The number 1 is that the agenda. Number 2, minutes of the 25th ordinary session. Number 3, matters arising. Then we'll have Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry presentation. Then we'll have a presentation from the Ministry of National Treasury and Economic Planning. Then the Controller of Budget will give a presentation. CRA will follow. Then Council of Governors presentations. Yeah, I think that is it. Maybe, I don't know if there is room for AOB usually. Do we have room for AOB? Yes. So could we adopt the agenda for discussion? Proposer? The Governor for Baringo is proposing. Seconder? Who is seconding? The Governor for Tharaka Nithi is seconding. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the minutes of the 25th ordinary session. Yeah, so the minutes are in our files, in our folders. I hope we have the same arrangements. In my file, it's folio number 2. And we can see on the first page of 13 pages, there is the attendance list, which runs all the way to page, partly page 4. But under page 4, there is the agenda, is Council of Governors, the National Treasury presentation up to number 5. So maybe we just go combine minutes and matters arising so that we don't spend more time. Page 1, page 2, page 3, any issue? Page 4, page 5, page 6. This was a preliminary opening remarks by the chair, the Deputy President. Then page 7 is Chairperson of the Council of Governors and other issues, status report by the State Department for Devolution on Valuation and Transfer of County Assets. I think is the major agenda there. Page 7. Page 8. Page 8. Yes, I can see a hand. The back, yes. Do we have a mobile mic?
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Charles Kerich, the CEC for Finance for Nairobi County. The issue I'm pointing